Hey guys, Aman Ra here from AR Racing, here to present another video. We're starting with qualifying. This is a World Series race at the Nürburgring GP on the medium tyres, doing the qualifying, starting off with a brilliant 3-second penalty. As always, if you like the content, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. So we're going to skip through to the end of this lap, and this is after I've served the penalty as well. So we're going to come through to start off the first qualifying lap, and we're going to see how we do there. So I had a decent start here. It gives me a good run up to start the lap. Hopefully there's nobody coming out of the pits. Could have took turn 1 better, but we'll see as I go on. Hopefully I improve. It looked like it was going to rain possibly on this track. I thought there may be some chance of variable weather or something interesting like that, but it seemed to be quite dry for the whole of qualifying and the whole of the race. I only did one race of this World Series, so too much grass there. Look at that, I need to hug the apex more. But I've decided to challenge myself and do these races in manual, just so that I get used to it more. I find that I have better control of the car anyway when I use manual. It's just easier to drive when you use automatic, but you have to have more of a keen throttle control. So coming up to the last few turns, they're quite important. You need to carry a lot of speed through here. I seem to be doing okay for now, but we'll see. So we're looking at, I think, maybe a low 2 minutes, just above 2 minutes, coming up to the end of this lap, which I don't think is enough to put me on pole. I've actually done a lot better than this before. So I'm in second place for now. However, lots of other people haven't finished their lap yet, so we will see about that. So I set a good first lap, which is nice to know. Just hoping that I can follow up with an even better lap this time. I find myself spinning a bit on these turns. Maybe I should have put on traction control a bit. I set a purple sector, but there's lots of people behind me, so I'm not counting on that. And this looks like it's going to be the last lap, so making mistakes like that are not ideal. So I've only got one chance right now. One chance only, and I've got to make it count. It looks like I'm doing a better lap. I'm on track to set a better time. Through. These turns are important. Brake just after the 100. Turn in. Down the gear. Shift up. Oh. No. Tried to do it all in 2. That was my mistake. Lost the car there. Lost speed. I could have actually gotten like at least a second. And there we go. Setting 4th provisionally. I don't think that's going to be enough to keep 4th place, honestly. But we'll see in a second where I start. And so it begins. The World Series. Nürburgring GP. Racing for Toyota. Representing England. Recently I found out that the head of Toyota, the inventor, has been making cars for nearly 100 years, has recently passed away. Just sad to hear. Mr. Toyota. Rest in peace. So let's get started. Introducing. We got Tommy in first place, driving the Suzuki. We got Andrew with an Aston. We got Admiralis with the Porsche. We got Cry, we've seen him before, the Nissan GT. We got Baz with the Mazda. We've got Dodgy Roger 68 with the Nissan GTR. You got me with the Toyota Supra. We got Ruben Cole with the Porsche 911. We got Dark Archer 06 with the Ford GT, and Marco Piz with the Porsche 911. Checker 119 with the GTR. Rain Sun with the GTR. We got the Suzuki Escudo with the Corvette Chevrolet C8 and iSurg with the Porsche. Andy B with the Nissan. And finally we've got Vanny 56 with the Lamborghini. Starting off. Let's go. Did I put traction control on 1? I'm not sure, but we'll see in a sec. So I'm starting in 7th behind Dodgy Roger. Trying to cut on the inside here. Forcing them to be very aggressive. I wanted to see if I could bait them there and they fell for it. But I wasn't able to really gain any positions. In fact, I lost a position doing that move. But it's okay. Just need to relax, stay calm, and not do that. Okay, so in last place, I guess. It's only up from here. Let's see how I do. I'm on the chase with Andy 50s with Andy B actually. So let me see if I can catch him. Catching up here, coming up to the straight. Coming up to the end of lap 1. Brake at the 100, trying to go in the middle of the track. To really apply some pressure. Sliding everywhere. It's like I'm on ice skates. I think my tyres are a bit dirty. Need to take it easy a bit. I don't know why Andy B went into the pits, but he was on the hard tyres, so I'm guessing he was a bit slippy and slidey, so he decided that he needs to go into the mediums so that he can get more grip. And Tommy, I don't know what happened there. He started in first place. It looks like he got taken out. I gave him a little bump, a little bit of contact there. Went on his inside, trying to claim the inside there. Really aggressive move from me. Really aggressive overtaking. But pulled it off. Pulled it off. And now I'm chasing the Lamborghini. Vanny 56. In the Lamborghini Huracan. Let's see if I can catch him. Now on lap 2, we're on the straight. Coming up to the end of lap 2. Coming up to the last 2 turns. Or the last couple turns. Passing the Suzuki Escudo with the driving the Chevrolet C7. Sounds a bit weird saying passing Suzuki Escudo when who's driving a Chevrolet C8. Still behind the Lamborghini though. So really trying to apply pressure here to the Lamborghini. Was that a little bit of contact maybe? Trying to really like poke my nose in and try to cause an error. He went on the grass a bit, backed away, didn't want to collide with him, and there nearly literally dive bombed him there. That was a genuine accident though. I misjudged where he was about to brake, and yeah. Thankfully, Gran Turismo ghosted me, so it didn't cause any fatal damage, and then I backed away, allowing him space to continue on without really compromising my position. So it looks like the overtake is definitely on here. It's definitely on. Let's see if I can make it happen and make it stick. So coming around here, coming up to these turns here, you can carry a lot of speed around these turns here if you take the turn right. So yeah, I'm definitely gaining on the Lambo. Definitely braked a bit early there to force him a bit wide. I thought he was going to make a bigger mistake than he did. It was very good driving from him just to kind of save that there. But as you can see, I'm applying a lot of pressure. Coming up to the end of lap 3. Still behind the Lamborghini. Trying to make a dangerous move. Pushing the Lamborghini off the track. What will happen? Will I get a penalty for that? I slot back into position. Allow him to go ahead. I didn't want to overtake him there. But here, it's fair game. Got the speed. Definitely got the speed. But he pushes me off the track a bit. And he backs away. So I'm not sure if he had a penalty there or if he just backed away because he felt bad that he kind of pushed me off the track a bit and that he knew that I had the speed. But anyway, now I'm chasing Dark Archer. So we're coming up to the end of the 4th lap now. I was behind Dark Archer for basically the whole of the 4th lap. Here's when I finally started to catch up to him, going over those turns there, the chicane, and coming around here, trying to carry a bit more speed than Dark Archer here, successfully doing so and making the move on the inside. He's on my left, but I've got the line, and I'm going to stick on the inside a bit, try to go a little bit wide, yes, and then turn in, but I go too far. Brake too late, and Dark Archer comes right on my inside, does the old switcheroo, and now I'm back in 12th, chasing after him. He goes a bit wide. Is another overtake on the cards here. Misjudge of the braking there, nearly went into the back of him. Ooh, coming on the inside, powering through the corner. Will I make it stick? Yes. So yes, I am past Dark Archer on that one. The Frenchman left in the dust. Will he be able to catch up here, or will I be chasing after Cry? Cry! Off the rails, off the track. I don't know what happened there, but you know, you gotta take every position that you can gain. So yeah, I've been behind Rainsan for a while now at this point, and we're coming up to the end of lap 5. And I'm really trying to push. About 4 seconds behind. I'm trying to really get ahead or really kind of overtake these guys. I'm really trying to get back into 7th place, reclaim my positions. But you know, I'm literally stuck behind these guys for literally like a lap, maybe a bit more than a lap. This is coming up around to the end of lap 6. We're roughly around halfway through. And yeah, this is where I really start kind of gaining and catching up. Rainsan is in the Nissan GTR, who's obviously got the better straight line speed in this car. However, I like the Toyota around the corners. I like the speed of the Toyota as well. It's quite a balanced car, very nice and easy to drive. It's a bit slidey and slippery, but you kind of have to get used to it. You kind of have to be a bit delicate on the throttle when you're coming out of turns, maybe shift up into a higher gear, just for more stability, things like that. You know. So yeah, I'm really kind of trying to push it as much as I can. Going over those chicanes too fast really unsettles the car, I find. But as I was getting on, I was getting used to it. Starting lap 7 now. Still behind Rainsan and Checker. They seem to be just fast enough to kind of keep me at bay. A mistake from Rainsan, he goes wide. Gives me an opportunity to kind of close the gap even more by a few hundredths of a second. And I make a mistake and then I lose some time. So it's just a balance, you know. This is not particularly my strongest track. This was actually the only race that I participated in today, so not to make any excuses, but at least I gave it a go. I didn't use any assists like driving line braking area. I might have used the braking. Yeah, I did actually. I did use one of the braking assists. It's the one where it just tells you where your gear changes. It kind of turns red, roughly when you've got to think about braking. But it definitely warns you a bit early, I guess. It keeps you mindful. It helps me kind of learn the track, I guess, to where I don't actually need it. I definitely recommend people that are driving with assist, if they have a driving wheel especially, to drive with manual. There's no point really having a driving wheel if you're going to use automatic strictly. You might as well get the full experience of the car and the vehicle, and yeah, it's a lot more fun, it's a lot more involved, it's a lot more engaging. It's a bit more draining as well though, but if you want to grind and do some grinding races, you can always just jump on automatic and drive away, right? But automatic I find really and truly people that use controller is more suited for, or for people that are very much beginners, just trying to get used to things. So coming into the pits on lap 8, so we're gonna have to go onto the hard tires, I believe. Oh yeah, the hard tires, I believe. Not gonna refuel, there's no need for it. Coming out behind the Lamborghini and behind Suzuki Escudo in the Corvette. Ooh, literally nearly gave him a disgusting ram there. I kind of pushed it there a bit. I was going to try and claim the apex. I was there before him, kind of, and he did kind of turn into me, I guess. But, you know, I knew he was going to try. I knew he was going to do that. He had the outside line, and boom, literally. What have I done to myself? Back into 14th place behind Rainsan. So, literally, all of that. And then literally one mistake, and it just goes to show, one mistake and you're back into 14th place, you know. So Dodgy Roger pitted, which means I went up into 13th place. Tommy just came out of the pits, which means I'm up into 12th place. Let's see if I can make this stick. Tommy is a good driver. He actually started in pole position of this race actually, so he must be having an extremely frustrating race. The best time that I set was 2 minutes. I don't seem to have been able to break into the 1:59s as of yet, which is strange because I've definitely driven one on manual without assists on when I was doing my practice lap. So I'm not really sure what the difference is about how I'm driving here. but I'm definitely not driving as well as I would like. But you know, it just goes to show everybody has an off day. That's why you just gotta get the laps in. You gotta practice every day. Make sure that you improve as much as you can when you can. But I'm somehow up into 9th here, still behind Rain San and Checker. The pressure's on. Rain San's going wide. His tyres, I think his tyres are gone. I think his tyres are practically gone. So in this race, I went for a mediums and then hard strategy. Some people went for a soft in between. I believe that I could just take it all the way with mediums and hards, and I was correct. So on lap 12 here, as you can see, my tyre wear is pretty much very minimal based on how long I've been on them already. I definitely can last another 3 laps on these tyres. So hopefully my grip doesn't suffer too much on them. But these turns here are very, very hard on the tyres. As you can see, they've literally worn down quite a significant amount actually from those few turns there, as well as these turns here. A lot of fast corners on this track. Now, this might not be my strongest track, but I actually like this track quite a lot. It's one of my more favourite tracks essentially to drive. It yields a lot of fun racing. You have to be very, very technical. You have to be very, very consistent. And this was just a very fun race for me overall. Even though I literally got taken out by Tommy there and fell into despair. Several positions. I felt like, how many is that? 3 positions back now after that little nudge. It was definitely a fun race though. So, take over Dodgy Roger there. You got Andy B on the left. Dodgy Roger comes up my inside. I take the inside line here, but Dodgy Roger powers through and keeps that position. The Nissan GTR has a lot more straight line speed anyway. So here I am with a penalty, nearly dive bombing the Suzuki VGT off the track. What dirty driving. Serving my penalty on lap 14. And yeah, coming up to the last turns of lap 14, chicane, did it well there actually. Allowed me to really start gaining on the Suzuki. The Suzuki has brilliant straight line speed actually as well. It's a very good car to drive. Let's go around for the final lap then. So let's see what horrors await me on the final lap. Went in a bit too deep on that turn, recovered it okay, but still lost, I feel like, a second of time actually. Was it just over a second of time? Maybe a second and a half of time. But yeah, lost time. Doing a bit better around here. Tight turns, but could have came out of that a lot faster. Seems like the other cars are getting a lot better, a lot faster than me around the track. So on the fast lap, on this last lap as well, it looks like it's going to be hard to catch up to these guys. My tyres are absolutely crying out right now, especially my front tyres. Like, the grip is very noticeably reduced. I can feel it and I can see it. If you look at this turn, how I take it, yep, had to come off the throttle a few times, pump the throttle a few times. And we've got Cry coming up behind me up my inside, really trying to apply this pressure on the final lap. So, and he really takes me out. Cry really makes me want to cry at this point. It's quite reminiscent to an incident that happened with Cry before, actually, where he felt like crying because he got taken out on lap 1 of Monza. So shout out to Cry anyway. It's all love, it's all fun and games. And yeah, this was, despite the terrible end to the race, it was quite upsetting. However, this was still a fun race. I did enjoy it, actually. And yeah, the World Series was definitely interesting over the last few weeks. So I was quite happy to take part in this race, actually. So finishing in around 15th place, I believe. Yeah, this was a interesting, fun race. Like and subscribe if you like the content. If you enjoyed watching me suffer, if you enjoy watching the carnage, if you enjoy just watching racing videos in general, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, thanks for giving me your time, and yeah, as always, have a good day.